Yo, what it do, 2K fans? It's your boy JuKIng the Boss, and it's a brand new year, but I'm the same old me. I decided to start the year off with a little bit of thing I call PvP Defense 101, playing defense in the park. Now, defense in 2K is like a shooter. It boils down to trigger discipline. In shooters, poor trigger discipline is the difference between getting shots and getting shot. Now, I'm gonna show y'all a few scenarios. In the first one, it really says if you're playing with the left trigger, you're relying heavily on intense defense. It's good to help keep your man in front of you, but not good for just playing defense all around. Left trigger really boils down to just saying, okay, I need to stop him right now and then allow me to get in the proper position. So I force my man to pick up the ball, pass out a shot. He kicks it to the shooter, and the shooter decides to drive. Now, the man that I'm checking is originally a stretch forward, smaller stretch forward than I'm used to, but he's a stretch forward. Now, what I decided to do was just play him well enough to think that he was going to get open shots, but not too far off where he was just going to be freely able to shoot. In that instance, I played too heavy on the intense defense, and that allowed him to drive right past me. He saw it and drove right past me. Any player can drive past you if you're relying too heavy on intense defense. Now, the next thing is the trigger discipline of the right stick. The right trigger. The right trigger is for your turbo. And if you don't have the proper discipline when using the turbo, then you're going to find yourself gassed out in situations like that when you're trying to score and decreasing the quality of your shot. Now, I'm gonna always use intense defense just to reset and get in front of my man, and then I'll pull off of it just to see what kind of move he make. Using intense defense also uses energy, but it also sets you up to diminish your momentum, to diminish your motion. So I'm gonna cut over, take the block off of this man. Bad move to really make, but it turned out in our favor. I gave him an easy opportunity to pass to my man for a three-pointer, and it didn't go down the way he wanted. He didn't pass it to my man. He thought he was going to get the easy score. I played better defense. Now, another thing is right stick. People use the right stick for contesting shots, and sometimes you think that that is the best option. In the park, you need to challenge a lot of shots, especially when you're checking pure stretchers or sharpshooters. In that instance, I didn't contest, I didn't challenge, and so it made it even easier for him to make that open shot. And it probably says something like lightly contested for him, but you didn't see a lightly contested ring around my avatar, so that lets you know that I really didn't contest that. Now, he had a lightly contested, but I'm a shot creator, so layups like that are easy for me. Now, this is almost messed up, and just being there allowed him to miss that shot. But almost messed up because I was holding intense defense at the wrong time, and if he would have blew right past me, he'd have scored with ease. But we score on the other end because good defensive rotation, good defensive man coverage is going to make it even easier in transition buckets. No challenge on that shot is what gave him the easy bucket. So once again, this is what having that intense defense do. I hit him with that turnaround, and it automatically gave me space. I could have pulled that shot and would have increased my chance of making it. Now, in that instance, I challenged him because I was out of position, and I knew he wanted to shoot. I didn't want to give him a good, clean shot, so I'd rather take the foul. I was able to risk the foul. You got 5 to mess around with. Now, he should have pulled that shot then, but he didn't because he fears I'm always around. So, in the next instance, it makes it easier to kick it inside. Now, you'd rather give up 2 than ever give up 3. So if you're checking a pure stretch or a pure sharpshooter, then essentially, if you can make them nervous, if you can make them fear you, then you can automatically give your team the best chances of winning. Now, transition basketball from good defensive possessions is what leads to better wins. Now, I close out on him with the ease. I showed face to help on defense. He thought he was going to get an easy shot, but this is what an easy shot looked like. Now, going into the next game, once again, as you can see, TNT in the blue hair, he is a pure stretch. Now, this time, my man Bones was scheduled to check him, but Bones had a 68 overall out there at the time, and so he left his man open. He gets an easy bucket. And this is when it comes down to how well you play your defense, how well you use your trigger discipline, how well you use shot contests versus attempting blocks. Now, if you attempt blocks on pure stretches, that actually is your best opportunity to keep them from making shots in your face. Now, after that shot, I told Bones, I'm going to switch on your man. My man was the lockdown defender. He was playing inside. So as you can see, we going to go out there and I'm going to attempt to block that shot, get a good shot contest. He misses the shot because most likely he had heavily contested because he had two bodies out there. We're going to score with ease on the other end because of the solid defense rotation. It made it easier for defensive possessions to go our way and turn them into offensive buckets, easy offensive buckets. So it essentially started off at 6-0, but end up going down to 8-2 and then 8-4 and so forth and so forth. Now, another thing is that a pure stretch almost always tries to stand behind a man because they don't have real moves. But as you can see, I close out on them once again. Didn't get rewarded for good shot contests, but it's all the same if they miss the shot. Sometimes you're not going to get rewarded. Now, easy bucket on the other end, and if he would have kicked it out to the three-point shooter, we would have been in trouble because I went in wanting for a highlight block. Now, on this instance, once he kicks it over to Bones, man, I went up for a jump, but it was lucky that Bones and I were both there because Bones not jumping and still being there allowed for the three-point shooter to not get a bucket, and we started making him a little more nervous, making him a little more cold. Now, did he still have confidence in the shot? Of course he did. He just wasn't going to get what he wanted, and you see I'm going to play stifling defense, hands up on him, mainly because I have better speeds than him, and forces him to pull up that shot because he was either agitated or I was just really playing so well on him. He felt that, man, I can shoot over this guy. I can shoot over this guy. A lot of people think that just because you're a stretch, you can shoot over a person. But if the person plays proper defense, if you learn to play proper defense, you can stop stretches from just shooting everything over you. Like, you can at least take a couple of shots out of their repertoire. So we forced them to have to start kicking it inside. And then that's where they started getting their buckets. So every time he kicks it, I'm going to go check TNT. And as you can see, that's where we started making our mistakes. So remember, when you decide that you're going to check the better player, when you decide that you're going to check the stretch, your teammates got to stick with it. And I give my man that shot because I didn't have no confidence that he could shoot it. Now, when you decide you're going to check a stretch and your teammate is going to check your opponent, then you gotta be willing to just stick with it until rotation needs to happen again. Now, the last shot you saw my man make was because I faded out instead of staying back because I assumed he was going to try to shoot if given the ball out there, but I knew he couldn't make that shot. I don't know why I went for it. So you can see the left-right cheese, and that's what happens when you just play intense defense with the right stick pressed up. You're going to easily take away your own momentum, your own motion, your own ability to change directions. 2K already takes away that ability, but it's easier to take it away from yourself if you don't know when to use the trigger. So I'm going to do a nice little backdoor cut, just moving the left stick around, getting around bodies as opposed to trying to run through them. And then, as you can see, he's going to stand behind the ball handler once again to try to get an open shot off of that. Ball handler tries to set a pick. Can't really set a pick on me, but they're going to score inside. It's a close game. It's going to come down to the wire. But like I said, good defensive sets. Mistakes are going to happen, but good defensive sets means that you can say, okay, you play good team ball, and you're going to get some good games in. You're going to get some great games in. And I almost made a mistake here by allowing the zigzag cheese. And I was lucky he missed, which means that he wasn't as confident in his shot. And so we looked at it. We're up one. Next bucket for us wins. Let's try to get something inside. The zigzag, the dribble cheese. He drives it in. Almost gets a make, but he should have pulled up off a short shot. I go for the foul because we had an open man under the basket. I was trying to keep them off the board. The shooter once again goes for a shot. We know that they want to win. So then this is where my mistake happens. The zigzag cheese, I fell for it and gave him the open space he needed. He ends the game with a nice one. And all in all, my team played well. One mistake cost us the game, but a lot of their mistakes is what got us back into it. So if you find yourself out there playing against zigzag cheeses, Follow them simple steps. Go back and watch the video and just understand trigger discipline is the key to success on defense in NBA 2K. Then it boils down to shot contests. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications so you always catch each video the moment it comes out. And also check out one of the 2 videos you see on screen. This your boy JuKIng the Boss, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.